thought I would do a life slash fertility update and kind of let you know what's been going on and why you haven't seen me. So the last time I did a video, I had just had my surgery for my ectopic pregnancy. So that was back in September. So now it's it's not January, it's February. So now it's February, so a lot of stuff happened from then till now. So I'll just give you a quick run through and then I'll kind of go more into detail. So since then I've moved, I have switched jobs, I've done 3 IUIs, and I have gone vegan. So that's kind of a big lot of stuff that's happened. So let's start with the moving. So my husband and I have been getting rental properties to set us up for retirement and to be able to have more financial freedom to do things like fertility treatments. So we have been buying houses, and we now have 4 houses. So we live in 1 and we rent 3. And basically we are looking for our 4th house to buy as a rental, not to live in. But then the house, it's literally across the street from our old one, but we just liked it so much that we decided to move into it and then rent out the house we are in. So basically October we kind of we were looking, and then we put in the offer and did all that, and so we took possession January 15th. So also, I have a new kitten, and I had to put down my cat. So that's another thing, which I'll get into. It has to do with this house. So we put in the offer, and we moved in January 15th. So my parents came and helped us move, because we were like this is where I live right now. And then my old house was right here. So like 3 houses down and across the street is where my house is now. So it's still similar to our other one, but the layout I like a lot better, and it had a single attached garage in the front. So he's going to start, he does this thing where he starts sucking on your shirt. It's super annoying. This is Ferdy, by the way. Okay, he's gonna start sucking on my shirt, but whatever. So that's kind of what happened. So then we moved. So, and in between when we were moving, stuff started happening at work, and I couldn't focus, and I was trying fertility treatments, and it wasn't working, and we didn't have subs where I worked, and so I tried to stick with it, but it just, for all the stuff happening right now, and to try and get rid of stress, and to stop sucking on my shirt, and to try and help with fertility, I resigned, and I finished at the end of January, my last day, and then I took a couple weeks off, and I'm just getting back on the other sub lists right now. So that's kind of what happened with my job. Now change is hard, but it's good, and I think resigning was the right choice, because I need to take some time off of work, and I need to try and figure out my infertility. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been doing yoga and relaxing and doing all that, which also leads me to talking about why I now eat vegan or plant-based lifestyle. I won't say the word vegan because I'm not 100% vegan in all aspects. I haven't checked every makeup product I own to see if it's tested by animals, or I haven't looked at all my clothes or thrown out my leather jackets yet that I've had for years. So I won't say the word vegan because I don't want people to get upset. So I'm going to say plant-based. So that's no meat or any animal products I don't eat, which I was already allergic to dairy or eggs. So it was a really easy switch for me. So what happened was, on New Year's Eve, my husband and I decided to watch Forks Over Knives. I'd been watching Freely the Banana Girl and Happy Healthy Vegan and Plant-Based Athlete and Perfectly Plant-Based and a few other channels talking about veganism and like getting healthier, because I was looking up like different ways to eat that kind of help with stop sucking out my shirt, to get like healthier and just have the best chances of having a kid as possible. So we watched Forks Over Knives, and my husband wasn't going to do this with me, but we literally watched it, and I was like, and it was just like oh my gosh, I can't believe this. So we, that very day, we were like, I don't want to eat meat anymore. No, thank you. From that day on, we've been vegan or plant-based, whole food plant-based for the most part. Some things I haven't been able to give up my day of cheese yet, because I love that. So that's more of a processed food. But mostly whole food plant-based with a few exceptions. So that was end of January, or beginning of January, so that was New Year's. And then from there, I've just been feeling a lot better. My digestion was like hugely improved switching over, and I've just felt so much better. My skin has been clearing up. It's the best switch I ever made, so I'm really, really happy we decided to do this. I don't miss meat at all, and I already was dairy and egg free anyway, and then I'm also gluten and soy free in most nuts, so with all my allergies. So that's kind of how that worked out. And then we'll move into fertility. So I had my ectopic pregnancy. I had to wait 2 months before we could try again. So that was December. Then I called the clinic, and they said since I do not have a rate tube anymore, I have to do ultrasounds now before I get to do the IUI to see what side I'm ovulating on, because obviously if I'm ovulating on my right side, there's no tube there, so they don't want they don't suggest you do an IUI. Now there is such a thing as ovum transmigration, where your other tube can kind of suck up your egg from your other ovary, and that my husband and I did research, so 30% of pregnancies happened from left tube, right ovary switch. So in December I was ovulating on my right side, and listening to doctors is what got us in the situation where I had a ruptured tube. So my husband and I were like, you know what? Let's just see. Let's just go for it anyway. Yes, it's $500, but listening to doctors in the first place is what ended up in the situation where I now only have one tube. So I was like, okay, so we did it, and it didn't work, unfortunately. So then the next month, January, so then I did another one, and we did the ultrasound again, and I was ovulating on my left side, because usually you switch one ovary to the other for what side you ovulate on. So I was like, okay, this is good. I had a really big follicle. It was like 2.5 centimeters. So we did a trigger shot, and then went in, not the next day, but the day after that. We did a trigger shot on a Friday, and then we went in on the Sunday and did the IUI. And we were like, okay, we had an awesome follicle, left tube, trigger shot. So basically we controlled when we ovulated. We thought that it was going to work. Well, we just found out it didn't. So it was really unfortunate. So then we did another ultrasound just this last weekend. I'm ovulating on my right side this time, which is what we figured would happen. He's trying to eat my necklace. Kitty, stop it. And so they, again, suggest you don't do an IUI. So this time we decided not to, because it didn't work. December we decided we would try it. Didn't work, so we weren't going to spend the money again. So now we have a meeting with the fertility doctor on February 24th. So basically when they did the ultrasound, there's 2 follicles on my left side that are like 1.3, 1.4-ish, because I got the ultrasound on day 10, and usually I do day 12, but because my period came like a week early this month, you're not eating my necklace, because it came a week early, which was really surprising, but they decided to try day 10. So then on my right side, I had about 7 follicles, like 1.3, 1.5, whatever. So they said it's probably the follicle is going to be released on your right, so they don't recommend an IUI. So we're not doing it this one. So like I said, February 24th, we meet with the fertility doctor again. We're not doing IVF. Like $20,000 for a 30% chance is just, if it doesn't work, you know how crappy I would feel for spending that money. So we're going to finish the basement in our house instead and hopefully just do more IUIs. Now the nurse said that he'll probably make us want to take 2 months off, since I've been on letrozole and Clomid. This last month I took Clomid for 3 months straight, so they're probably going to want me to take a couple months off and then try again. In the meantime, my sister got pregnant, and I found out about that, and yes, I'm happy for her, but it sucks. She's due at the end of July. It's going to be very hard for me, especially if we do more fertility treatments and they're still not working and I'm losing hope. So, it's a tough situation, and I'm sure you've all been in it, where family or friends get pregnant, and you're happy for them, but they say things that are so insensitive, like, my sister, she was joking, but it really upset me. Well, if I have a twin, you can have one. Like, things like that, makes me so mad. So right now, where we are in our fertility journey is, we're in the same spot. We've tried 3 IUIs. There is one thing I'm going to say, though, about going vegan. My husband's sperm count, our first IUI, it was 6 million. Our second one in December was 4 million. And then after we had just gone vegan for like a month, the third one that we just did, his sperm count was 12 million. So it jumped up from 4 to 12 by switching his diet. So that was like, you're so annoying. So that was huge. Yeah, so from 6 to 6 million was the ectopic pregnancy, 4 million was December, and then 12 million was January, where I did the IUI because I was ovulating on my left side. So we're definitely going to continue eating this way, and then hopefully we're going to see if we can, like, I know they want us to take a break from doing drugs, but we're going to see maybe if we can do an IUI without the fertility drugs, because ovulation has never been an issue for me. My cycles have never been an issue for me. It's just we have unexplained infertility. We have no idea what's wrong. Stop eating my necklace. So anyway, that's kind of my life update on what's been going on. And then I'll just update you on this little guy. This is Ferdy. He's about 6 to 9 months old kitten. We named him Ferdy because it's like infertility, except for he's a boy, so instead of infertility, we just named him Ferty. So that's his name, Ferdy. Kind of symbolic, and we couldn't figure out a name, and it just it fit him. So he showed up on my deck a few weeks ago. I heard this meowing outside on my deck, and I was like, what is that? And then I opened the door, my back door, and then this kitten came bolting inside and like climbing all over me and like rubbing up against me, and I was like, oh my goodness. So I went to give him food and put him back on the deck, and he was just meowing outside. So I'm like, okay, well, who does this kitten belong to? So I went to the neighbors, and then I posted an ad on Kijiji. I posted an ad on where we live, the lost and found, and waited, and nobody claimed him. I didn't get any response at all. So he's trying to eat my necklace. So I decided to keep him because we had just had to put away my other kitty, Bolt. He was our black and white one. He ended up having leukemia and kidney failure, and it was really sad and really unfortunate. And then this guy showed up on my doorstep. So we just got him neutered and tattooed this last weekend. So like, yes, 2 days ago we got it done. And then we also got him dewormed and vaccinated because he didn't have any of that. So I don't know who this kitty belonged to, but or if he was just a stray. I'm not sure, he was quite skinny and he's starting to fill out, which is really good, but he does this sucking thing where like my shirt now is all wet, and you probably, if you can kind of see, it's all wet here. He keeps sucking on my shirt and it's super annoying. So if any of you guys know how to get cats or kittens to stop sucking on your shirt, that would be great, because he doesn't do it to my husband, he just does it to me. So anyway, that is my update. We are going to see the doctor on the 24th, and after that I will do another update and let you know what he says. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging in for this video, because it's getting pretty long, and I will talk to you later. Bye!